Today, something serious happened in the Delta Creeks. Locals spotted unusual movement in the waterways. They noticed strange boats, people they didn't recognize, moving in places where usually it's quiet. Immediately, they raised the alarm. And that alarm was crucial because it allowed security forces to prepare. Imagine being in a community where your waterway is your life, your income, your connection. Now imagine strange people moving through it, the fear, the alertness. That is exactly what happened. The people who noticed this movement acted quickly. They didn't confront anyone themselves. They reported to community leaders, some of the local vigilante groups, and the security forces. And because of that, an operation was set up, a carefully planned ambush in the creeks. The bandits, moving through narrow waterways, didn't realize the locals were watching, and this alertness gave the security forces an advantage. Now, for a moment, think about the terrain in the delta. Mangroves, narrow rivers, hidden channels everywhere. It is difficult for anyone who doesn't know the area to move quietly. The locals know every corner, every small channel. They know when a boat is unusual or when someone is not supposed to be there. And this knowledge is powerful. Without the locals' alertness, security forces would have struggled to intercept the bandits. The ambush itself, from what is being reported, was precise. The security teams used the information provided by the locals. They moved strategically, knowing where the bandits might go. This was not just luck, it was planning, coordination, and intelligence coming together. And yes, moments like this show how important community involvement is in keeping people safe. And now, I want you to do one thing: click that like button right now. It helps this video reach more people, especially those living in the creeks or interested in security updates. And don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell so you get every update as it happens. Let's continue. The incident is not just about the ambush, it's about the courage of people who live in these communities. Every day, they live with the risk of bandits, kidnappers, and illegal operators moving through their waterways. Yet, they remain alert. They watch, they report, and they help protect their neighbors. That vigilance is what makes operations like this successful. Many people might ask, why are the creeks so dangerous? Well, the Delta Creeks are both home and highway. They are beautiful but complex. Mangroves hide movement, narrow channels make navigation tricky, and criminals often use these features to escape. But the locals know these waterways like the back of their hands. They know when something is out of place, and that knowledge is priceless. In this case, the bandits thought they could move through the creeks without being noticed. They miscalculated. They didn't expect the locals to be watching, and when they were spotted, the information went straight to the right hands. Security forces quickly organized, moving through the channels to intercept. Now, imagine being a local fisherman or trader watching all this. You're out early in the morning, checking your nets or moving goods, and suddenly you notice unfamiliar boats. The first reaction might be fear, but the second reaction is action, reporting what you see. And in these communities, reporting can save lives. If you are enjoying this update, please like the video. Every like helps bring more people into the conversation, keeps communities informed, and encourages local vigilance. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more real-time updates like this. What makes this incident significant is not just the ambush itself, but the process leading up to it. Locals noticed, they reported, and security forces acted. This sequence shows how communities and authorities can work together. It also sends a message to anyone thinking of causing trouble: people are watching, and communities will not stay silent. And remember, safety is key. Locals didn't confront the bandits themselves, they informed the authorities. This is important. Taking on armed people alone is extremely dangerous. Watching, reporting, and coordinating is the safest and most effective way to keep everyone safe. Let's pause for a moment and reflect on what this means for families living in the Delta. Life in the creeks is challenging even without security threats. Families rely on fishing, trading, and small businesses for their income. When bandits move through these areas, it affects livelihoods, creates fear, and disrupts daily life. But when the community acts and authorities respond, it restores safety and confidence. People can return to their daily routines knowing that someone is watching out for them. I want to take a moment and remind you again: click like on this video. Share it with your friends and family, especially if you live in riverine communities. And subscribe to the channel so you can stay informed about what is happening in your area and across the country. Now, moving forward, this ambush is not an isolated case. Across the Niger Delta, there have been similar incidents where alert locals played a major role in security operations. What is consistent is that vigilance, quick reporting, and coordination with security forces work. It is not always easy, but it is effective. It's also important to note that the CREEKS are complicated environments. Moving in these areas is not simple. For security forces, having accurate information from locals is invaluable. Without it, operations become dangerous and unpredictable. With it, they can plan and execute with precision. I want to pause and ask you a question. Have you ever seen unusual movement in your area? If yes, drop a comment below. Your input is important, and I will highlight some responses in my next video. Remember, by sharing information safely, you are part of the solution. So, the sequence is clear. Locals spot unusual movement, report immediately, and security forces act fast. The bandits, thinking they could move without notice, were caught in a carefully planned ambush. This is a major success story for community involvement and coordinated security efforts. If you are following this story, make sure you like the video. Every like helps the message reach more people. And don't forget to subscribe for updates. It's free, and it keeps you informed. The human aspect of this story cannot be ignored. Imagine the relief in the community after the ambush. Parents knowing their children are safer, traders able to move their goods without fear, fishermen returning to their usual spots. That sense of security, restored by both local action and official intervention, is priceless. Now, another important point, the Delta Creeks have been facing challenges for years. Illegal operators, environmental degradation, and crime have made life difficult. But what this incident shows is that local vigilance, combined with proper security response, can make a real difference. It's a message of hope for the communities living there. Remember, never try to confront armed individuals by yourself. Report everything to trusted authorities, keep track of what you see, and prioritize safety. Your life is more important than any confrontation. Let's continue. The ambush also highlights the importance of preparation. Security forces didn't just move in blindly. They had intelligence from locals, and they carefully planned the intercept. That is why it was successful. Coordination, strategy, and local knowledge came together perfectly.